right.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, I'm Art Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall.
Got Cam on the cam.
Cam or Cam?
Cam or Cam.
What's going on?
What's up? So this is I'm Offended. I mean, Earth News. I mean,
News.
Animal Instincts. I mean,
Animal Planet.
What are we doing today?
Animals.
Animals. Today is our animal episode.
Flooded with animal stories.
Tiger.
Tiger. Jaguar.
We got
we got Fiona.
Fiona's on the table. We got little
Cam's hat.
Cam's hat is rocking that.
He's got the
he's
a wallaby and
there we go.
Pelican.
A pelican. Okay. All right, so you can't say we didn't try to make it an animal-themed episode. Then.
You're right. Exactly.
Well, let's start. I gotta say, I'm starting out a little offended on this, even though it's an animal show. All right, because already. So the Minnesota State Senator Fung Hao was never a fan of the Asian carp label commonly applied to 4 imported fish species that are wreaking havoc currently in the U.S. heartland, including numerous rivers and bearing down on the Great Lakes. The last straw for him came when an Asian business delegation arriving at the Minneapolis airport encountered a sign reading "Kill Asian Carp." So it was a well-intentioned plea to prevent the spread of the invasive fish, but the message was a little off-putting. I mean, so the fellow senator, with Senator John Hoffman and Hodge, they came together in 2014 and won approval of a measure requiring that Minnesota agencies refer to the fish as invasive carp. So finally, it's invasive carp, despite backlash from the late radio commentator Limbaugh, who, I mean, he ridiculed it as political correctness, and he got more hate mail than you could shake a stick at, according to this. Shake a stick at.
So, like an old man.
Now some other government agencies are now stepping up, taking the same step in the wake of anti-Asian, hate crimes that have been surging, but they changed the name of the fish finally from Asian carp to invasive carp. So, kill invasive carp in April, I guess. Brad, you want to take this?
1 second. Hello.
Hi. This is a first-time, long-time caller here, and I just wanted to say that when are you gonna do another one?
We're in the middle of a show.
Art? Am I on speaker here?
We're in the middle of a show.
Did I call Art or Brad?
We're in the middle of a show.
Oh, well, I can't wait to watch it. Bye.
They said they wanted to move away from any terms that cast Asian culture and stuff, obviously, but the dish hasn't caught on because now, for many Americans, they no longer order Asian carp at the restaurant. They have to order invasive carp.
That is so strange.
So it's a weird kind of change of the name, but I don't know. It says that the Great Lakes and their $7 billion sport industry for fishing are vulnerable now.
Wow. Well, if you see this on the menu, you see Asian carp, like, an Asian carp with a Parmesan carp, or you're like invasive carp. You're like, I'm going with the Asian carp.
Right? The invasive carp's gonna take over my plate. I'm not gonna be able to taste anything else. It's invasive.
This doesn't sound as good either.
Yeah, I know. So apparently they're just netted mostly for bait nowadays and pet food and other usage. So.
Well, they could just say carp on the.
I mean, the term carp isn't even that great anyway. So the state of Illinois and partner organizations hope that a splashy media campaign in the works will get bigger results. They're dubbing it the perfect catch and describe Asian carp as sustainably wild, surprisingly delicious, high in protein and omega-3 fatty acids, low in mercury and other contaminants.
Oh gosh,
so
I could go for some invasive carp.
Go for some invasive carp, you know what I'm saying?
You go for a dish of that fish right now.
That story touched everything.
Seriously. Well, I have a crazy story about a bald eagle killing 54 sheep in Idaho. Yeah, a pair of bald eagles, are reportedly attacking flocks of sheep on an Idaho farm and have so far killed 54 animals. Local outlet Magic Valley reported that Rocky Matthews, the owner of a farm near Myrte Lake in Idaho, originally thought someone was killing his lambs with a pellet gun after he described the dead animals. The animals all had puncture wounds with circumference of a number 2 pencil, the outlet reported. It was a talon, not a shot. So once he witnessed an eagle go after the flock, he understood better what was responsible for the deaths. Large eagle nest has been on his property for over 20 years, but the birds have never had an effect on his farming process until they had the taste of his sheep.
Wow,
So,
they had a taste for blood, and now they want more.
Since the first lamb died, Matthews has lost around $7,500 in revenue from all the dead lambs.
Wow.
In just one day.
Jeez.
Matthew lost a total of 7. So
Poor sheep, man. Talk about
crazy.
Yikes. I mean, the bald eagle is just going ham there.
Merkin.
What's he supposed to? He can't kill him. He can't kill him.
Oh, you're right. It's a protected animal.
Just you got to go. All right. Well, are you guys gonna reimburse me, or how's this gonna go? How's this gonna go down?
I know.
Because this dude's killing my sheep. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, we got some lighter news. We were talking about fireworks earlier, and gymnast Allie Reisman was actually reunited recently with the dog that went missing after fireworks were shot off in her neighborhood. The two-time Olympian, who's age 27 now, 27. The dog was spooked by fireworks and ran off during the holiday. She begged her social media followers in the Boston area to look out for the animal. She said he was terrified, and the folks at Missing Dogs Massachusetts advised that we don't have anyone yelling his name or running around looking for him. She was told that scared dogs will make bad decisions if they are pressured, and that is the last thing they want to have happen. So she offered a reward in asking fans to send their tips to her personal email. Please keep your eyes open. Well, the good news is that dog was found. We have a picture of Allie Reisman with her dog reunited. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice, happy reunite. Actually, posting all her followers, and one of the followers happened to find her dog.
Unbelievable.
So it was sweet victory there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know all about losing dogs.
I know. This one was found.
So I have a story about a dog too. Brave dog saves a baby deer from drowning. Did you hear about this one?
I did not yet.
So we just don't deserve dogs. They are too sweet. But this is a dog named Storm. She's a hero pup that didn't hesitate in the face of danger when he saw someone or something drowning in the water. The dog jumped straight in the water and helped this helpless deer. He ended up licking him and wouldn't leave its side for a little bit.
So they find him?
Even after rescuing the fawn, Storm wouldn't leave her side and kept licking her to keep her warm. He and his human stayed until help arrived.
Well, that's sweet. Oh, that's a nice little picture there, right there. Yeah. Cute dog.
Yeah. So.
Well, let's keep it going with dogs. Unfortunately, I got a bad dog story. So, you all know that Chris Brown has a pretty questionable past in the media. Well, he's at it again as a housekeeper of his claims that his dog mauled her and alleges that he euthanized it to destroy the evidence. So Chris Brown's dog allegedly attacked a housekeeper, and no one came to her side despite the workers screaming in terror and calling out for help. The Jane Doe plaintiff has accused Brown of taking the dog 600 miles away from the alleged attack to have it euthanized in an effort to quote-unquote destroy evidence and flee the scene. So the LA County Superior Court civil complaint was filed, and a representative for Brown declined comment. This past Wednesday, the lawsuit did not specify how much in damages the housekeeper is seeking. The housekeeper said she was putting out garbage in a trash can when a very large brown dog comes out of nowhere and viciously and brutally mauls, bites, and attacks her. December 12th at Brown's home on Citrus Ridge Drive in the LA neighborhood. So the dog began savagely biting her, and Chris Brown, they said, which the dog's name is Hades, by the way. Hades, god of the underworld here. So this god of the underworld was attacking the housekeeper, and she was just doing her job. So Chris Brown said, she said that one of Chris Brown's help just drove the dog 600 miles away, euthanized it, just to get rid of the evidence. So, yeah, I know. So they said at the time, the occupants of the home included the defendant, Brown, his security guards, their security team members, and as she lay there bleeding profusely, she was barely able to see. She observed that Brown approached her, standing over her, and he is speaking on his cell phone. So Chris Brown can't stay out of the news.
No, he can't.
He can't stay out of the news. Jeez.
Well, let's turn it around and have another good dog story.
Oh, what do you got for us, Cam?
July 14th, a Wednesday, first-hand experience at a golf course in Newton. There was this lovely dog, one named Blush. She was a reddish border collie.
Okay.
And she was the groundskeeper's dog. And she would just follow him hole to hole, and she would jump in the ponds that were hazards for us, but just fun little ponds for her.
Yeah.
And I guess sometimes I didn't get this privilege, but sometimes she'll pick up your ball and maybe move it toward the hole a bit.
That's a good dog right there.
There you go.
That's a good dog. Good story, Cam.
I need to train my dog.
We need that. Yeah, we need to train that dog to follow us around the golf course, because I need those. Need that help.
Yeah,
get out of the rough on the
I need
fairway.
as much help as I can get on
Especially
the golf
if
course.
I don't see it off the drive. That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
The dog, just
exactly.
a little help, with a little assist there.
What a gem.
Yeah.
See, we just don't deserve dogs. They're too good.
They're too good.
I also have a dog story. A missing South Carolina dog returns home on her own and rings the doorbell to be let in. And returned to her home, rang the doorbell at 3 a.m. Pup Raja disappeared from her home for over 7 hours after getting spooked by fireworks.
Oh my.
So,
Good dog.
be careful with fireworks, because dogs run away when they hear them.
Dogs are scared of fireworks. Yeah.
They are.
They are. Well, we've had enough about dogs. How about a cat story?
Throw in some
We'll
cats.
throw in some cat stories. So owners are now facing fines as a council in Australia introduces a 24-hour cat curfew. It's known that felines like to roam, but from the start of this October, they will be subject to a 24-hour cat curfew in one municipality in the Australian city of Melbourne. So it's been introduced by the Knox City Council. The new rule will require owners to keep their cats on their property at all times. And when allowed to roam, cats are at a much higher risk of illness and injury, Mayor Lisa Cooper said. Keeping cats within their owner's property also protects the wildlife and prevents them from causing nuisance for neighbors and their pets. Wandering cats may be picked up and fines may be issued, the council said. So the rule was introduced after a trial period last year, which required cats to be confined overnight, and it will come into force this October.
Wow.
Yeah. So they got petitions, and people are signing petitions to try to get it overturned, but it says that it's going.
Right.
So cat curfew, everybody. Something totally new.
Mouse like that post.
Yeah. 45 mice like that post,
Did you hear about another cat story? Did you hear about the bobcat that was sitting on top of a 40-foot tall cactus in the Arizona desert? Get a load of this picture right here.
Whoa.
Kurt Fonger, an accomplished nature photographer from the Gold Canyon, Arizona. He started shooting images in '74, but that's nothing compared to this picture. I don't know where I was going with that, but Kurt has. This is just unbelievable here. You would think that the cat would have gotten pricked.
Is that a middle finger cactus?
It looks like a middle finger cactus, but do we
That's a
need to
middle
blur
finger
that
cactus.
out?
Do we blur that image? It's a cactus. We'll get away with it. Well, what a cactus, huh? Cat
Right.
on a cactus.
Unbelievable.
That's weird. That's almost as weird as the snake that escaped the Louisiana Zoo and found in the shopping mall. So, search crews early this Thursday found a missing python. Was temporary slither to freedom forced a 2-day closure of the Louisiana Zoo. Kara, a 12-foot Burmese python, was plucked from within the walls of the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. And check out this photo. The thing's huge. It's absolutely huge. And she was found in the wall/ceiling area, and they were working with animal tracking experts, and they found evidence of where she was. She was reported missing this past Tuesday morning, forcing the zoo to shut down for 2 days in the search. The Blue Zoo sits in a 2-story structure within the shopping mall that's 10 miles southeast of the Louisiana state capital. Oh, jeez. Can you imagine just doing your mall shopping and then all of a sudden you come across a 12-foot Burmese python? Oof.
You know what else was reported, I'm sure, is that a lot of people soiled themselves after seeing that thing.
Well, look at the thing. Did you see the picture of it being taken out of the wall? Oh my God.
Snakes are pretty scary.
They're even scarier on a plane, I've heard.
You know what that reminds me of? About planes?
What's that? Hopefully another story about animals.
It is. Flight out of Hawaii was delayed when multiple birds boarded the plane and had to be guided out of the cabin.
Oh my.
Just a quick little story.
Just
there.
Birds on a plane?
Yeah.
There's too many birds on this mother. Get these birds off this motherfucking plane.
Enough is enough. I have had it with these
Birds.
on this plane.
I'm offended.
Yeah, I'm offended too. Speaking of things getting out of there, I'd be getting out of there if I was at a California beach that had a black bear show up and take a dip. So an afternoon on the lake unexpectedly turned into a close encounter with wildlife for beachgoers in California. A large adult black bear and 3 cubs took to a South Lake Tahoe beach on Sunday to run and play in the water as about a dozen onlookers watched in awe. The cubs wrestled in the lake as they beat the high temperatures, which hit 90 degrees in South Lake Tahoe that day. The 4 bears, along with, get this, a few wild geese, made a day at the lake resemble a spontaneous day at the zoo for any beachgoers there. They were all a little shocked, said Jen Watkins, who filmed the bears. Said a bear took off with somebody's cooler before returning to the forest. So we had a real-life Yogi Bear incident here. That bear took off with the cooler.
But Yogi, we're gonna get in trouble.
Hey, boo-boo. How about another picnic basket? So they said they were very close to bears, and they were, as you can see.
We were all a little shocked. I guess it had been out earlier and my son had seen it, and it got a little bit unfriendly and protective of the cubs with a golden retriever, and then disappeared. And then shortly then after, she returned, only to steal the camp next to us, their cooler, grabbed all of their sandwich meat and everything out of there and took the cooler away. Then came back with her little cubs. They were down kind of frolicking in the sand, then ran up into a tree for a little while, disappeared again, only to come back down to the water.
My God.
They just decided to,
At that point, you say, here, take my food.
Take my picnic basket. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it looks like a good mother, though, just taking her little kiddos to the beach.
Yeah, just a little swim,
I love how the writer put in the geese.
Yeah, it's a few wild geese.
Yeah, there was a
in
duck.
Probably Canadians, jeez. So the California Department of Fish and Wildlife will monitor the black bears and move any bears that wander into areas where people gather from now on. So it's crazy talk.
Well, speaking about bears, I have great news in the bear world here.
Yep.
Giant pandas no longer classed as endangered after population growth, China says.
Ooh.
Now, the number of pandas in the wild has reached 1,800. What? Camera Cam is saying something.
I was gonna say, are you offended?
I'm offended.
Because why just pandas?
Yeah, that's true. Why just pandas? I mean, there's plenty of other things.
I'm confused now.
So hold on. Let's hold on. Let Brad finish the story. We're gonna cut this. This is gonna be a lot of cuts this episode. Don't worry about this. All right. So, because I have that story too.
Oh. All right. So.
Offended alarm just went off.
Offended.
So someone's offended here because he has the same story. So you know what? Since you printed it out, I'm gonna let you take over with the facts on this one.
All right. So giant pandas are no longer endangered thanks to conservation efforts, China says. So they've set up, after decades of work, they've helped save the creatures and drive their population in the wild up to 1,800. So the species will be reclassified as vulnerable. Ku Sehong, hopefully I didn't butcher that, the director of the Department of Natural Protection of the Ministry of Ecology and Environment, said at a press conference this past Wednesday. Using historical data and camera trap surveys, researchers found that 4 species, leopards, snow leopards, wolves, and deols, have actually vanished from many of these reserves in the same area that the pandas are making a comeback. So unfortunately, I am offended because the giant pandas are obviously making a comeback, but all these other guys are still not. Snow leopards have disappeared from 38% of the reserves. That figure rises to 77% for wolves, 81% for leopards, and a staggering 95% for does, the type of wild dog. And they're cute. They're cute little creatures too. Let me see if we got a puppy picture right here. Yeah, that's a cute back on dogs, I guess. But the pandas are back, but unfortunately it seems that we need to have a bigger effort back for the other endangered species. Giant pandas are actually very difficult to breed. The females are only able to become pregnant for 24 hours to 72 hours each year.
Whoa.
So Cooley added that the populations of some of the other rare and endangered species are gradually coming back, such as Asian elephants and Siberian tigers. So it's good, bad, offended,
Elephant's
not
good,
offended.
tiger's bad. No,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
But it's.
I mean, I guess they can both kill you.
We just got to be looking out for these creatures, you know.
Exactly.
The giant panda bears are cute anyway, but don't treat them as panda bears. You know, they're not the fluffy stuffed animal types.
They're pretty cute though.
They are pretty
They
cute.
could maul you.
They could. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking about giants, it's the panda's giant apparently. I mean.
A nice segue, bro.
You know, it's honest work. The Guinness World Record holder, Darius, this is a bunny I'm talking about, is 4 feet 3 inches long and weighs 50 pounds.
That's a big bunny.
Look at that big bunny.
What a big fluffy bunny.
Bunnies are just so cute, aren't they?
They are. I guess they're really good for psychological, you know, like pet.
So check this out. This is the crazy part. Police in the UK are on the hunt for a rabbit thief.
Oh.
And a rather strong rabbit thief at that. Darius, the Guinness World Record holding largest rabbit in the world, has been stolen.
Oh no!
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm offended.
His
What do you
home
mean
is
he's stolen?
I know.
Where is he?
It is believed that the continental giant rabbit was stolen from its enclosure in the garden of the property of its owner overnight on April 10th.
That's 2 stories. He's a Guinness Book of World Records holder, and then he got stolen. What's going on here?
So Darius is missing. My dog Icy Cool Jeff is missing.
If you see either one of them, please report it.
Let me know.
Let us know. All right, let's end this with an even crazier story than that.
Well, let's just say there is a reward. £2,000.
Yep. Which equates to like $2,500, which that's pretty decent, you know. Who knows what? With inflation, it's probably a lot more than $2,500 nowadays. But, jeez, man, who steals a 4-foot bunny? All right, let's end it on an even crazier note. It's 50 pounds. Jeez.
So I hope he blew out his bag or she.
I know, stealing that bunny. I hope someone's got back issues now. But they didn't hop away easy after that one. So the first time an animal rescue discovers an owl and a turtle stuck together. So back at the AWLA headquarters, which I'm assuming is the wildlife of LA, Robinson and Chief of Animal Control Jennifer Toussaint assessed the animal's condition. It was the first time they encountered an owl that had a turtle that was stuck into his talon. It's weird. Hold on, look at the picture. It's just weird. So the turtle latched on to its talon and down there. So trying to
Ninja Turtle
there. I don't know how the owl must have been, trying to get at it, and the turtle was like, "Not today, buddy."
And I'm still holding on.
And so yeah, it was not the first time that entirely different animals found their fates or their body parts entwined by a circumstance. In 2019, California firefighters were contacted to rescue a German Shepherd from a tunnel, discovered that Taylor, the German Shepherd, had a companion, a 70-pound tortoise named Godzilla. Last month, the man became internet famous for feeding pizza to a squirrel and raccoon that were marooned on a channel marker in the middle of a river together. It sounds like a TV show.
Sure does.
Just the middle of the river, and you got a squirrel and a raccoon that are just chilling out there.
Bears taking picnic baskets.
And the last combination that they had, as an example, was a highly venomous eastern brown snake was recently found stuck to an adhesive mouse trap, along with several crickets and other insects.
Jeez.
So the weight that they carry,
Let me just bust out a couple quick ones because I don't want to have to bring these back either.
Well, we already got the 5-minute mark.
Rare black tiger snapped on camera in India. Take a look. And first ever white cougar spotted in Atlantic forest. Not Atlantic City.
Oh wow.
A lot of cougars over there.
Yep.
But
those are different. That's a different TV show. The Atlantic Cougars.
Yeah. Young gorilla dismantles poachers' traps in the wild. That's pretty exciting. And Cam, do you have any other one?
In Florida, pasture Gregory Daniels baptized the gator to get him out of there. The gator did not accept the Lord, and he left.
He's like, this isn't for me. I'm out of here.
A Japanese diver keeps visiting his best friend fish for over 25 years. Look at this fish and look at this diver. Look at that picture.
We could do 2 animal episodes.
Okay, thank God. Right. Well, with that, we have plenty more animal stories.
We got plenty more.
Wow, I think that was a good episode.
That was a good episode. Yeah. This is Earth News.
And thanks for watching. Oh yeah. It's been real. See you next time.
That's too long.